The girl was busy scrolling on her phone when she snapped, "Hey driver, start the car already!" The young man replied politely, "Yes, ma'am. Please have a seat." The girl looked up at the unfamiliar face and frowned. "Hello? Who are you? Where's the old driver?" The boy answered calmly, "Ma'am, I'm Edwin Mercer's son." She raised an eyebrow. "So what are you doing here? Where's your father?" He spoke softly. "Actually, ma'am, my dad wasn't feeling well last night, so he asked me to come in his place." The girl scoffed loudly. "Oh, I get it now. That old man is pulling the sickness excuse again to take a day off. You poor people are always looking for excuses. That's why your life is the way it is. You're poor, and you'll die poor. And if you're replacing your dad today, where's your uniform? Didn't he give you one?" The boy replied, "Ma'am, his uniform doesn't fit me, and I have my own job to go to after this. I didn't want to waste time trying it on, so I came without it. I'll drop you off and go back to my work." The girl clicked her tongue. "God, talking to people like you is pointless. Just drive. I'm getting late." A few minutes later, they reached her destination. The girl stepped out of the car and pointed at him. "Listen carefully. I have a 30-minute meeting. Stay right here next to the car. If I don't see you when I come out, I'll make sure your dad loses his job forever." Inside the building, the girl waited in the boss's office for him to arrive. Just then, the same young man walked in. He sat confidently in the boss's chair and said, "Hello, Miss Maya." Seeing a driver sitting in the boss's chair, she exploded. "Are you insane? Do you realize where you're sitting? If the boss sees you here, you'll ruin my deal. Get out!" The young man replied calmly, "Miss Maya, first speak to me with respect. The person you're yelling at isn't your driver. He's the owner of this company, and I have every right to sit in my own chair. My name is Mason Carter. Check the name on your file if you want." Confused, she flipped through her file, and there it was. Mason Carter, company owner. Her tone changed immediately. "Sir, but you just drove me here. How can you be the owner of this company? And you told me you're the driver's son." He smiled softly. "Yes, my dad works as a driver for you. He never wanted me to become one. He worked his whole life, put me through good schools, good colleges. He wanted me to be someone greater. I became the owner of this company because of him. And today you, someone he works for, have come to negotiate with me. So yes, thank you to my dad. And Miss Maya, just because a king's son exists doesn't mean he becomes king, and a beggar's son doesn't have to be a beggar." The girl swallowed her pride. "But sir, if you're such a big company owner, then why drive the car for me?" Mason spoke slowly. "Because my father taught me one thing since childhood. No job is small. Every job deserves respect. I always respected what he did. I never looked down on his work. But today, listening to the way you insulted him, I finally understood the pain he goes through every day, the humiliation he hides. That's why he didn't want me to be uneducated or stuck in the same cycle. He wanted me to build something bigger. But he also taught me something else. No matter how big you become, never be arrogant. Never look down on the people who work under you. If a person becomes a boss, it is because of their employees. So that boss should treat them with equal respect." Maya's eyes lowered in shame. I'm sorry, sir. Please don't cancel my tender because of this." He turned back to her and said, "Don't worry, Miss Maya. Your personal behavior won't affect our professional relationship." The girl bowed her head. "Thank you, sir. You taught me a very big lesson today. I promise. I'll never behave like that again."